Alright. Welcome, Planeswalkers, to another episode of End War. I'm Mike, Shinobi Mystic, your host here on Mystic Miniatures Forge. And today is another special day where I'm making up a new game. In the middle here we have the Endstone. And what it has done is it has brought the characters to the Grand Council Chamber. Last time we met, we were flying through the edge of eternities, the edge of known space of the multiverse. And now we're on Scene 2, Intrigue, in the Grand Council Chamber. So, the chamber is a vast, circular amphitheater with tiers of polished obsidian benches descending towards the hollow dais, the central hollow dais. Translucent banners bearing the crests of hundreds of worlds sway in the artificial breeze. And I was thinking about getting more banners and things, but I don't know, making stuff out of popsicle sticks and kind of just running out of time. A ceiling of glass and alloy reveals the planets far below. Maybe you'd see all that structure in the back. Remember, we're inside of that giant pyramid-shaped thing. We're inside of this thing. Alright? So you think about what it would look like inside, the geometry, the structures, how it's all spread and put together. The alloy crests of 100 worlds. No, the planet far below. Clouds drifting lazily across the surface of the planetoid below. Hollow scribes hover silently at the edges, recording every word, every gesture. Security drones hum quietly in the shadows, their unblinking red optics scanning the delegates. Oh yeah, my security drones. I guess I'll set my security drones here. These are the... Oh wow, this guy looks like he's getting ready for the limbo. This is what happens when you put miniatures away and they don't get used. He's supposed to be like a security drone. Oh, I usually have the light right next to me here for the miniatures. No, that's like dying. Basically, they're these guys. I even wrote, get these guys. They're these guys. Peacekeeping ones. Yeah, put them in the middle. Fix his back. You guys can see what it looks like. It's good to have the light here anyway, because that way I can read the cards. Oh, but then it messes up with the projection. But yeah, they're really skinny. D&D miniatures. These ones are. Little peacekeeping sentries. And what I'll do is I'll place them in the bag. I like that he's got the clear, so it goes right through. Alright, so security cues. The low murmur and political voices. Alright, all factions meet to discuss rumors of the Endstone. The chamber is tense, the security drones hover. Alright, so the goal is to fulfill our secret agendas before the council dissolves into chaos. Now you're like, Mike, Shinobi Mystic, what is a secret agenda? Well, I'm kind of a sucker for new exciting things. Obviously I make AOTP cards and stuff, and I was like, let me make some foil ones. So what I did was, out of the 9 characters that I'm going to have here at the summit today, I made secret agenda cards for each one. And so each character is going to have an agenda that they can fulfill that is going to create a win condition for their faction. Alright. So that's going to be fun and exciting. So, fulfill your secret agenda before the council dissolves into chaos. The scene will end immediately when the alert tracker gets to 6. So here's my alert tracker. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then round 6. Now that I think about putting this black thing against this black background, that's probably a bad idea. But that is the last one on the alert tracker. Those are all custom 3D printed hex terrain. These ones are glow in the dark, trying to simulate the new G.I. Joe ones. So, yeah, think about it. Charging it up. Right, that's the alert tracker. Here are our 3 factions represented here. So I've been set up the map, circular area with the hollow Dios, some benches. We've got the drones. These are supposed to be really stationary hazards or whatever. Well, I guess the drones can move in as the delegates flood in. To ensure balanced play with 9 characters, players rotate 1 character at a time in the following order. Repeat the cycle 3 times until all 9 characters have reached. So we've got up first the Iron Star Alliance. The Iron Star Alliance is the delegates of Kirk. We got Kirk. We've got the Cyber Angel and Baron Morgrave. So let me summon them first. So that's them as a faction. Like, oh yeah, I made other cards too. Faction cards. Secret agenda and faction cards are now introduced into Arena of the Planeswalkers. Space battles. Arena set. Alright, they have bureaucracies. Once per round, prevent 1 influence loss or block 1 subvert action targeting you. Their motivation is to control the summit through authority. Alright. The Iron Star Alliance. And maybe I'll portal in the Iron Star Alliance. Keep talking about them or summoning them into the game. Yeah, let's do that. So I kind of also broke it. So it's 3 factions, but then there's really 4 armies that also come in. So here we have pictured the Enterprise, which we used last game. I got my captain's chair, which is what I've been using for the alert tracker marker. And then we've got Kirk, Spock, a hero creature, head security officer, and 3 squad creatures to be used as squad creatures. So Kirk will portal in or teleport, or the thing's basically docked. He's in there as his so it's him, the security officer, and the security squad. They're all moving in. And it's cool because I'm like, oh man, like I've got an army card for their spacecraft. I've got an army card for the squad creatures, the hero creature, the other hero creature, and then the hero creature that wants to be a planeswalker through the space captain's chair. But I'm not going to play with any of those today. That's the beauty of today's game. Is it's going to be fun, exciting, and different. So, you think of an Iron Star. That's kind of what the Star Trek symbol looks like. So the next bunch that are showing up is going to be Captain Morgrave. Because it's him with the Cyber Angel that formed the Alliance. The Iron Star comes with the Alliance. So here he is, Captain Morgrave. And we had Morgrave's cruiser, which I guess is some kind of Klingon ship. But Morgrave's cruiser was flying around in exospace last game. And yeah, Baron Morgrave. He's from another game. I thought it was Warcaster, but he's definitely space. When I was thinking of doing space games, he came to mind, and he's such an awesome character for this kind of thing. His other hero creature is going to be the Iron Golem. No, Platinum Golem. And his other hero creature is the Cyber Angel. Like I was trying to show you guys earlier. Cyber Angel. Cyber Angel miniature. I wonder if everything's just too dark. Yeah. Well, there's what it is. And then I've got these other squad creatures, which is funny because I've been using the picture of Robocop's face, but they are like these weird little guys with faces. Pytex. Blockers. So Baron Morgrave, basically those kind of black MTG cards. The ones with all the weird crazy warp abilities and some nebulous powers and stuff. So portaling in to the next spot at the delegations. Baron Morgrave, the Cyber Angel, and his Pytax walkers. Let's see. All right, so that's so these guys together form the first faction, the Iron Star Alliance. And basically each one of the factions are going to be 3 characters. And yeah, only Kirk is going to, even though I've got so many Starfleet, I even have the rest of the Starfleet people. There's just so many characters for that. That could have been its own faction, and or might be in the future. But I'm gonna try to inject more Magic the Gathering into my space battle. The next faction is the outlawed Aternus Consortium. Right? Faction. We've got Tezzeret, Fia Bonny, and Cyber Ninja. They've got an ability called Dimensional Drift. You can ignore movement penalties. On hexagon terrain, you can move through other figures. And their motivation, exploit the chaos to steal the knowledge. That is the outlawed Aternus Consortium. And we all remember Tezzeret's Continuum Carrier from last game. That was the slowest in the fleet, but it made the biggest impact with the alert tracker marker. Here is Tezzeret, like the cruel captain. Think of him as the metal man. Here's my Fia Bonny. I guess I haven't painted all the Heroescape miniatures, or even really used them a lot, but that was one that I did paint up because I was like, she looks cool with what she's got. Also, she's the Void Siren, and thinking about stuff taking out place in space, being the Void Siren totally made sense. I keep saying the Cyber Ninja, that's what the miniature STL was called, or whatever, when I 3D printed it, but this is actually an Arc-bound Blade Master. Think about how him run around on the battlefield with that thing. And then for their squad creatures, Fugitoids. Now, I'm bringing squad creatures to the peace treaty, but I don't think they're really going to be doing anything. So, Fugitoids pop in. Blade Master. Put it there. The Tezzeret. And now, last but not least, the last faction, the Shadowy Warfront. Shadowy Warfront. And that was Baneslurker with his Dreadnought. Baneslurker with the Xenomorph ship. Basically the three terrain thing. I just thought that was such an interesting use of. Now when it flies, I thought it flies like this is forward, but I was watching the movie again. It seems like it flies this way, like a wishbone. All right, so we've got none other than Baneslurker the Dreadsower. Oh, Baneslurker the Terrifying. Shadowy Warfront. They've got their faction is basically it's all Eldrazi. Baneslurker, Nobody, and PuPu. Entropy. Whenever you raise the alert track, gain 1 influence. Motivation, burn it all down. Alright. So we got Baneslurker. Now that Final Fantasy is part of Magic the Gathering, I thought I'd introduce PuPu from Final Fantasy VIII. Use him. I mean, when I was thinking, oh, what characters do I have that are aliens? Well, Baneslurker totally makes sense for any kind of space game because he is a space mutant. PuPu is a character that obviously is from space, so maybe he'd be cool for something. And then I used the Fugitoids, so I also thought I should use Nobody, the cybernetic vigilante from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics, as another character aligned with the Eldrazi and maybe working or being some kind of construct or AI or something that is interacting or messing with everything. So it's so funny. The picture's like the same size as the card. All right, PuPu. And then even though this is a peace summit for the squad creatures, Baneslurker's got soul harvesters. That's what these guys are. These are from some unknown board game. Probably D&D miniatures or, I don't know, some other Chinese-made game or board game. But I painted these with the color shift paint. They're all covered in color shift paint. I think they look awesome. And they're ready to steal some souls. And that is the Shadowy Warfront. So we have 4 armies, 3 factions. Let's see, put these Souls Harvesters where they can glow. Put Baneslurker right in the middle. PuPu. Put PuPu right here. And then Nobody. Nobody. Alright, yeah, you guys can see that in the bottom left corner. So that's the Shadowy Warfront, the Outlawed Eternus Consortium, and then the Iron Star Alliance. Eternius Consortium. I'm just going to say Eternius Consortium. 5 times fast. So those are really all of the character cards. Maybe I'll just grab the speakers. Whoever speaks. Yeah, get rid of the vehicles and the spacecraft. Yeah, not just these. Yeah, because, like, look at it. Like, oh, I got to spread all these cards. See, Platinum Golem, he's in the army. He doesn't talk. He can't talk. No voice box. He's like Bumblebee. So that's why we're going to have Kirk and all them. So it's going to be Baron Morgrave and Cyber Angel. So out of these 5 cards, I only really need 2. And then out of these 2, I don't really need even the rest of the text or anything. I'm just using it as a reference so I know where to set my dice. Because this part's going to be fun. Let's see. Alright. So now what I'm doing is just organizing my cards. The 3 factions. I should really organize it this way. That way everything's like in the same go. Alright. I think the only thing I might need to really roll today is like a 20-sided die, which is actually funny. Yeah. And I don't really have anywhere to roll it. Oh, I guess we got up here. We got up here. We got free space. Exospace. No wounds. I could use wounds as influence markers. So you totally could. changes it then. I'm just gonna roll it down. Alright. So the Eternus and then the Shadowy Warform. Now, each player gets to activate. So, like, oh, I guess I'm still talking about like the turn structure and everything. Yeah. Player activation. So, when your character is activated, you may perform these steps in order. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to grab the order markers and maybe set those up on these cards so I know that, like, oh, when I go through with these guys, that I know I did one turn with nobody, and did one turn with Baneslurker, and one turn with PuPu. But maybe what I'll do is I'll just flip them over or something. Yeah, so nobody's going to get wounds or anything, so I'll just flip them over, and then I'll flip them back. So, player activation. Each player can only move 5. I'm like giving everybody the same number of move, which actually looking across their everybody basically can move 5 except for the Cyber Angel. She moves 7. But everybody can only move 5. Standard here escape rules. Fia Bonny ignores terrain costs, and so wouldn't any of the other outlawed Eternus Continuum because they've got dimensional drift and can go through anybody. But yeah, I already know that I got a lot of stuff going on. So then you can move, and then your next thing that you can do, because we're not going to be rolling any attack dice for this game whatsoever. What this is going to entail is a political maneuver. And a political maneuver is you can lobby, and that makes your faction gain 1 influence. Gain 2 influence if you're on the center area, the whole Hollow Dias, or the Endstone here, this thing floating and twinkling in the center. So the first thing, so you have 4 actions there. First one was lobby. The next one is accuse. You can steal an influence from a rival faction pool. Steal 2 if you have height advantage over the target. And then the next one, the third thing, is subvert. You can increase the alert tracker by 1. Spend any amount of your faction's influence to remove the same amount from a rival faction. And then the last thing, the 4th action, is analyze. Look at any rival's secret agenda card. And that's kind of sucky for me because I prepared all the secret agenda cards. But it might make for a cool mechanic if this ever becomes its own game in the future, or whatever I end up doing with this. So analyze, but some cards, because of their secret agenda, if they analyze a couple times, they win. So that's going to be a thing. And then last but not least, we check for hazards. The drone scan. If you end your turn adjacent to a drone, your faction cannot gain influence this turn. Discard any gain from lobby or accuse. And then PuPu. Every time PuPu finishes an action, the alert tracker advances by 1. PuPu's special in that way because he's just crazy. Alright, so the alert tracker, advanced alert tracker, every time a character uses subvert, if a faction pool reaches 0 influence, then that is the brink gets activated and we increase the alert tracker by 1 more. PuPu is crazy, so he has chaos. He always, every time he does an action, the alert tracker goes up. And then after all 9 characters have acted, that ends the round. And then using subvert to drop your own faction rival to 0 is considered a total collapse. Move that advance tracker immediately by 3. So yeah, you can totally swing the game that way. All right, so you guys want to talk about the win conditions? Winner. All right, let's talk about Baron Morgrave, the Puppet Master. So the way that you win with him is if you have the most influence, you win. Most influence, you win. Baneslurker. Game must end by the alert tracker reaching 6. So if he gets it to 6, he wins. And then, yeah, the game must end because the alert tracker reached 6. Let's see, Starfleet. Starfleet is really the prime directive. Alert tracker is 3 or lower when the game ends. And there's a lot of different ways that the game can end. The Enforcer, the Arcbound Blade Master. What's it? It says Blade Master. Successfully use accuse 3 times. Nobody. Choose a rival faction. They must have 0 influence at the end of the game. And then, was it Fia Bonny, Dimensional Surveyor? In the game at height 3 or more, or the highest on the terrain. So actually, she could just go there. In the game, 1, 2. Alright, whatever. Let's do this. And then secure the perimeter, the Cyber Angel, and the game adjacent to a drone or the Hollow Dios. And then PuPu Shiny Object Syndrome. PuPu end the game standing on the Hollow Dios. And then Tezzeret Knowledge is Power. Tezzeret. Successfully use Analyze 2 times. He's the one who does that. And he wins. Reveal all the agenda cards. Any character who met their goal is rewarded for the next scenario. If the alert tracker reaches 6, the Shadow Warfront has successfully destabilized the region. That's it. That's the game. Let's get it on. Alright, I'm going to roll the 20-sided die for the Iron Star Alliance. They rolled an 11. I'll set that down here. For the Eternus Concordium, I was like, the Outlawed. They rolled an 11. I can't believe, if I didn't roll it for myself, I can't believe it. Now the Shadowy Warfront. 9. Alright, so now it's going to be Starfleet and the Concordium. Starfleet rolls again, got a 3. Concordium rolls, got an 18. Alright, so it's going to be the Concordium. There's some movies. Oh, I moved everything else around. Alright, so the game. But now where did it say start the game? We start the game with 6. No, not 6. 3 faction. Each faction starts with 6 influence tokens in a shared pool. Alright? So we each have 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like I can't see that at all now. Okay. All right. End the game then. Like, oh, the game's over. Spent all that time thinking about it. All right. So the Ethereum So then, oh my god, it really could be this. Fia Bonny goes, right? I'm gonna be Fia Bonny. She just starts off the game. Starts it off hot, right? You guys can't read that. That's too bad. It's a really good card. Win condition. End the game occupying a space of height 3 or higher. Oh, but it's end the game. Oh, because somebody else can end the game? I don't think this would just cause the game to end. But it says end the game occupying a space of 3 or higher. So she can go, and all these other actions, the cues and everything, you can be 5 spaces away, or maybe we do it 3. I don't know. What does it say? You need to be at a height 3 or higher. This is going to be the one. No, because that's 1. No, this would be the bottom. That other wouldn't. It's because this you can't even go down there. Just goes on and on. Oh, we'll take Fia Bonny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, ignore movement penalties. Height water on the hexagon tile terrain. You can move through other figures. Yeah, just because they have dimensional drift. Ignore movement penalties. So I've got one more move. I'm going to put it right there. Yeah. Right up on top. Okay. You may move through obstacles and figures. Yeah, passive. Ignore the politics in the center, run to high ground, and snipe with accusations. So that's Fia Bonny. Now, let's go with the Iron Star Alliance. I'm going to start out with the Cyber Angel then. Girl power, right? So she's going to move a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get her up on the stairs. Yeah, opposite. Does she have flying? Oh, she got stealth flying. No. Unless the ability said that they have. And what does it say? Her passive is you're immune to the monitor ability. Well, see, that's the thing is, Fia Bonny has nobody to... She couldn't accuse anybody. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, lobby. Oh, so then I guess that's what Fia Bonny would have done. She would have moved and then lobbied. And then Starfleet's going to run up and then do... They'll do the same. Lobby. Okay. And we're all trying to gain influence. That's what the game objective is, to gain influence for each one of your faction. All right. Then that would have been Starfleet's turn. They send in the Angel. Can't consider Kirk running. The Angel goes. Now it's the Shadowy Warfront's turn. And oh man, it's funny. All these chicks running in. Then it almost makes you feel like I have to be nobody. I have to be nobody. The cybernetic vigilante. So what is it? She's got the grudge. That's her thing. Is she's got a grudge. At the start of the game, secretly choose one faction. You win if that faction ends the game with 0 influence. Now she's a member of the Shadowy Warfront. So does she have it out for the Eternium or Starfleet? Let's see. I'm going to say that Cybernetic Vigilante has it out for the Eternium. Because I would think that the way that she looks, the cybernetic one, Vigilante, like her, like I would think that Fia Bonny running around doing what she does, shooting, and then asking questions second, probably pissed her off somewhere along the way. So I'm going to say she's got it out for the Eternium Consortium. She does not consort with them. So start the game. Secretly choose one of the factions. It's going to be the Consortium. So the Warfront doesn't like the Consortium either. They know that they've been gaining power, but they don't want to follow Starfleet's rules, and they don't want these guys to be running around either. Hence the political treaties. And the fact that the Endstone is now here. Alright. So, her playstyle is focused assassination. You don't care about the board, just ruin one person's day. Alright, so your accused action steals 2 influence if targeting your chosen rival. And it just has to be the chosen rival faction. Yeah, so Fia Bonny runs up and she was lobbying. So now what nobody is going to do is she's going to run in. Where are you, nobody? Oh, there she is. 1. Could she go that way? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She'll run over here. And she's going to use her accuse. Steal 1 influence from a rival faction. Right? Your accused action steals 2 influence if targeting your chosen rival. And it's directly targeting Fia. So let's see here. Your accused action steals 2 influence. So she's just trying to ruin her day. So there it is. I'm going to take 2 influence from Fia and put it into the Shadowy Warfront. Now when you accuse, yeah, steal influence. There it is. Bleep, bleep. Oh, she just shouts. This thing getting crazy. Alright, so that's the end of the players' turns. Now, bleep, bling. Security drones. Security drones have been activated. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, man. You're just not big enough, are you? Don't worry, at least you're easy to cut off your base and put onto a new base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Can't even put him up there. It looks like an idiot. Oh, you can't even fit. Yeah. Can't even fit there. Wow. That is really upsetting. Alright, well, security bot. Security bot. Alright, he's gonna move over next to Fia Bonny. So, because of what is it? Security bots. Drone scan. If you end your turn adjacent to a drone, your faction cannot gain influence this turn. Discard any gained from lobby or accuse. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. 1, 2. This one's gonna go adjacent to her and drone scan nobody. Bling! And then it was the 2 that she got. It gets scanned away. Now that's the end of the first turn, and that's the first end of the first round, and that activates the very first part of the alert tracker. Bing! Now we roll the 20-sided die to see who goes first. So the Shadowy Warfront got a 2. The Consortium rolled an 8. And Starfleet, the Iron Alliance, rolled a 2. So I'm just gonna go Outlaws, Iron Star, things like it. Alright, so... Alright. So now it's, I'm gonna be Kirk. Yeah, let's be Kirk. Let's send him out. Yeah, let's do that. So then Kirk is gonna do his thing. In the scene adjacent to a drone, apologies, while having at least 2 influence. What do you... Oh, is it? Oh, it's not over yet. Yeah. Kirk follows the primary directive. His win condition is ensure the alert tracker stays at least 3 or lower when the scene ends via turn limit or success. Once per game, you may spend 2 influence to lower the alert tracker by 1. Oh. Alright, spend your time undoing the damage the Chaos factions cause. So the Prime Directive states this cannot be. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna get him closer to the chamber. He's gonna run in, and then let's see. I guess I'm gonna lobby. He's gonna lobby. Bloom. All right, that's the end of Kirk's turn. Now it's the Eternium. Oh, the Eternium won. They should have gone first. I'm having a hard time, like... It is, like, you do have to move everything. I'm not used to doing that. So the Eternium, they're going to send in the Arcbound Blade Master. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 1, 2... The Blade Master. He's going for the center. He goes into the center. Let's see. His whole thing is he's the enforcer. Win condition, successfully use accuse action 3 times. So he's gonna run in and he's gonna accuse. And he'll accuse nobody. Accuse. Steal 1 influence from a rival faction. So steal 1. So he's stealing 1 from nobody. Accuse, and then he used accuse once, so I'm just going to put one little thing down for him. I'll put a dice down so I can remember. 1. I did that once. Alright, that's the end of his turn. I already did Kirk's turn. Now it's the shadowy warfront. I think it's too early for Berserker to come in. He saw this guy run into the middle, and he saw, was it shiny object syndrome, PuPu, win condition, and the game standing exactly on the hollow dia center. So that does shut down him. So maybe PuPu got pissed off. He's going to want to run to the middle. So if you are attacked or accused, you may immediately move 3 spaces, scurrying away. So he's got a passive ability in that way. One, 2, 5. So he stands next to a drone. Oh, and the drone is going to scan him. Faction cannot gain or lose. Cannot gain influence. Then I'll just use analyze. And PuPu's going to look at the enforcer's thing. Alright, now it's the drone's turn. Drone is going to move. 1, 2. No. 1, 2. No. 2. Yeah, now he's next to all 3. Yeah, there's this drone's here and that drone's there. So then PuPu didn't gain nothing. They all get scanned. This one scans PuPu. Drone scan. If you end your turn, or the drone's there, your faction cannot gain. And then, well, now I'm like having to remember, like, oh, did people gain? What did Fia do? Lobby again or accuse? Alright, I can't remember. It's hurting my brain. PuPu did do his thing, so the alert tracker did go up by 1. Whenever he does something, he's special chaos. So now that's the end of the round there. So the alert tracker does go up 1 more. Okay, I'm gonna try to. A lot of stuff to keep track of. Okay, especially before lunchtime, which was 2 hours ago. It's 2 o'clock. It's like, oh yeah, I'll play my game and then I'll have lunch. Well, not when you're inventing a brand new game. I also got to think about this. The 47 minutes into the game, doth he realize? Yeah, that could have anybody had triggered their game-winning condition. No, I don't think so. Otherwise, they'll probably try to do it. All right, the factions now roll again. So, Starfleet rolls to see about them going first. They roll an 18. 18 for Starfleet. After that, the Ethereum Consortium rolls a 19. And then last but not least, the Shadowy Warfront rolls. They got a 19. Oh my gosh. All these high rolls. Shadowy Warfront rolls again, 5. The Consortium rolls again, 2. So now it'll be the Warfront, the Consortium, and then the Iron Star Alliance. Alright. So the Warfront. So that'll be Baneslurker, the Terrifying. Baneslurker, his agenda is Entropic Ascendant. Win the game. The game must end on the alert tracker, reach 6. Yeah. Whenever you use Subvert action, raise the alert tracker by 2 instead of 1. And then his playstyle is, you are the timer. Everyone else is trying to stop you. Alright, so here it is. Baneslurker, the Terrifying. And then, yeah, he's gonna use the power play. Subvert. Spend any amount of your faction's influence to remove the same amount from a rival faction. Alright, here it is. So, Baneslurker. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to be next to those drones. Passive. Whenever you raise the alert tracker by 1, you gain 1 influence. So PuPu did raise it by 1. I don't want to be anywhere near this freaking. All those peace things really are trying to break it up. It's so funny how it organically happens that way. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he's gonna stop there, and he's just gonna basically yell a profanity to subvert. Spend any amount of your faction influence to remove the same amount from a rival faction. So, and what this does is it makes the alert tracker go up. So I'll say, let's remove 2. What did I say? You have to be like 5 spaced away. 1, 2, 3. The idea was that they're all yelling at each other from here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you gotta be like within 4 spaces to be yelling at each other. So is it? He moves in and he yells at Fia Bonny. So what do? I took out 2. I'm gonna take out 2 out of theirs. So I'll spend any amount of your faction's influence to remove the same amount from a rival faction. Oh, so that's when you could be like, oh, I'm gonna almost do it. Like I could almost do it all. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 6. Oh my god. Oh, here's the power play. He removes all of his... Yeah, he removes all of his influence, all 6. I remove all 6 from the Shadowy Warfront to remove all 6 from the Outlaw, Avernus, Eternium Consortium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They remove all theirs to remove all theirs. It's removed, right? Scan. End your turn. Faction cannot gain influence. So scan always removes influence. That was gained, not... Oh, okay. So we did that. Remove all of our influence to remove the other players. He's just like, raw. Baneslurker yells at her. Rah! Some kind of profanity. Whenever you use the subvert action, raise the alert tracker by 2 instead of 1. So he just uses subvert. Subversion, you pay any amount of your influence to remove the same amount from a rival faction. So I use 6 to remove their 6. That increases the alert tracker by 1, naturally. But then my ability is that instead of doing it by 1, it goes up by 2. And then yeah, you are the timer. Okay. Oh, and here's the coup de grace. Here's the real coup de grace. I was like, I know it goes up 1 more. I mean, why is that? I use subvert, makes it go up by 1. My ability then makes it go up again. Then the coup de grace is the this to kind of check hazards, influence, not PuPu's chaos. PuPu makes me want to freaking Chinese to it. It's this, the brink rule. Bling, bink. The brink has been activated. We are literally on the brink. There was the brink rule A faction triggers the +1 alert penalty only at the exact moment their influence drops to 0. Oh! So it actually almost would have triggered both, because I triggered both to go to 0. So they must gain influence, and then they lose it all over again to trigger the penalty a second time. But one of my abilities is entropy. Whenever you raise the alert track, you gain 1 influence. You should would have gained 2. Yeah, would have gained 2. Bloop. So then, there it is. Boom. Chaos. The brink worked. So that was Baneslarker. Now he wins. The entropy ascendant. Win condition. The game must end because the alert tracker reached 6. Out of all those different win conditions I had. Oh, I hope I didn't miss anything. Yeah, no, I don't think I did. Yeah, analyze twice. No, everything was pretty fair. This game could go so many different ways. Getting the Arcbound cyborg in the middle instead of PuPu. I mean, that could have been its own win condition by itself. All right, then there it is, you guys. Boom. So Baneslarker quickly tears down the negotiations. We're going to end it there. And obviously that is a disappointing meeting. Quickly, let's see here. We have it here. Tezzeret didn't even get to come out. Maybe, let's have some dialogue, right? We're going to just put our characters. I'm going to rearrange some stuff. Let's do some dialogue as it would have possibly appeared. Her there. I'll throw Tezzeret right here. And then I'll throw Baron Morgrave right here. Maybe I'll throw Kirk right there. Now, it's really hard for you guys to see, but I've got the Endstone on the Hollow Dias being projected down at the table. It looks amazing for me, and this is why I was trying out the 4K camera. You guys might be able to see it in the bottom left-hand corner one, but yeah, I was wondering about this camera and its capabilities and focus. And everything, but yeah, they are basically all. It looks just like the magic card. They're all standing around, and the Endstone is floating on this thing. The glitter and the sparkles. It looks absolutely amazing. So Tezzeret stands. All factions meet to discuss the Endstone rumors. The chamber is tense. Security drones hover above everybody. The Tezzeret speaks. The Endstone. Emergence is inevitable. Best it be placed into the hands of one who understands its higher applications. And then Baneslarker, he maybe punches through all those security drones. He moves up and stands forward. Higher, I will raise it above the stars, then shatter it to dust. Fia Bonny, maybe she flips over him. She jumps in. And I'll walk between the worlds before either of you touches it. Cyber Angel. Maybe she flies over over by Baron Morgrave. Quietly. We could end this now. Morgrave turns. Not yet. Let the rabble themselves tire first. PuPu wandering between Baneslarker's legs. PuPu thinks that shiny rock should be kept safe in PuPu's UFO. Safe. Wander. Scuttles back off to the side. McCoy. Oh, let's see. I used to have more lines with more Star Trek people, but they become too many people. So I'll have Kirk move in. Kirk, maybe he gets on his he's saying he's like Spock. What the hell is that thing? And he says, I'm not sure, sir, but I think we've volunteered for some next kind of mission. And we'll just leave it like that. Bainzerker obviously tears down the negotiations. I want the relic. I want the relic. And everybody can't think straight because they're too angry and fighting over the Endstone. And Bainzerker says, I'll quickly dissolve these negotiations. And then he starts throwing attack dice. So if we look at what did happen, so Bainzerker technically did win. The one with the most influence was the Iron Star Alliance at the end. If they were able to hold off the turn tracker marker. Oh, they have an ability. No. Well, once per game, you may spend 2 influence to lower the alert tracker. Oh. When did I get to? Oh no, because Bainzerker went. If I had another chance with those guys, I didn't. No, it was gonna be their turn after. All right, I think I did it right. That was a lot of rules text and things to learn and remember, but that is the Intergalactic Peace Treaty Scene 2, the Obsidian Summit at the Concordia Council, the Endstone emergence has come. That's the Grand Council Chamber with all the watching security drones and the alien summit there. Yeah, no, very interesting map. It was fun to try to make up the Endstone on the little hollow Dios. I used Heroescape Ice terrain to do that. The new ones that came out, and I think they look pretty good. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of this game shows up. Thanks for watching, you guys. Appreciate it. Take care.